बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इससे पहले हमने हैमिल्टन प्रिंसिपल किया था और फिर लैग्रेंज इक्वेशन को हैमिल्टन प्रिंसिपल से डिराइव किया। आज हम सेंट्रल फोर्स के बारे में बात करते हैं कि व्हाट इज़ सेंट्रल फोर्स एंड व्हाट आर द प्रॉपर्टीज़ ऑफ सेंट्रल फोर्स and where the central force lies. Central force is that force or a force which is whose line of action passes through a single point or center. A force whose line of action passes through a single point or center and whose magnitude depend upon the distance from the center. That is the central force. दोबारा सुने, that force whose line of action passes through a single point or center and whose magnitude depend upon the distance from the center, that is a central force. Now mathematically the central force can be written as F of r is equal to F of r into r unit factor. Now what should be the example of central forces? A planet moves around the sun. First example is, say a planet moves around the sun, and the second is motion of satellite around the earth, and the third example say that motion of two charged particles with respect to each other. In central force, usually we are taking two motion of the particle in terms of two systems. One is a bound system and second one is the unbound system. Bound system, in the bound system, the distance between the two objects has a limited value, has a finite value. For example, Earth revolves around the sun. Planet revolves around the sun. While in the unbound system, we are not taking the finite value, the distance between the two. For example, scattering in the Rutherford experiment, the scattering of alpha particle with the nucleus. So it means that in the central force problem, we are taking a bound system as well as an unbound system. Now what should be the properties of the central force? The properties of the central force is that the total angular momentum of a system is constant. Total angular momentum of a system is a constant. And the second property is the motion lies entirely in one plane. And the first property is the total angular momentum of system is constant, and the second property is the motion lies in one plane. Now, in order to know about the first property, that is the total angular momentum of system, we take it in Cartesian coordinate as well as in polar coordinates. In the Cartesian coordinates, this is Cartesian coordinates. In the Cartesian coordinate, n is equal to r cross f, where n stands for torque. It is the cross product of force and torque. It is the cross product of force and torque. N stands for torque. Similarly, the angular momentum L is equal to r cross p. Torque is n is equal to r cross f, and angular momentum L is equal to r cross p. Also we know that rate of change of angular momentum is equal to torque. Rate of change of angular momentum is equal to torque. This is, you see here, n is equal to dl divided by dt. How the angular momentum will be conserved? If external torque is absent, means if the value of torque is 0, then we get the value of L is equal to constant. In the absence of external torque, the total angular momentum of system is constant. So in this case we see that since the force acting on body is central force and always directed towards a line joining the two bodies with the center, तो आपके पास automatically you will have the value, in this case the value of torque in this case 0, because it is passing through its center. What is torque? Torque is in between R and F, perpendicular distance R and F, cross product of force and displacement or position vector, or you can call it momentum. So N is equal to R cross F. This is torque. This implies that vector R can be written as R unit vector cross F of R unit vector. So it becomes RF into R unit vector cross R unit vector. R unit vector cross R unit vector goes to 0. It means that the value of torque in this case is 0. So from the equation, rate of change of momentum, which is equal to torque, N is equal to dl by dt. If N goes to 0, then dl by dt goes to 0. dl divided by dt goes to 0. Or you can simply say dl is equal to 0. If you integrate it, you will have the value L is equal to constant. So this is the first property of the central force, that the total angular momentum of system is constant. This was the first property of the central force about the angular momentum in Cartesian coordinate. Now I come towards polar coordinate. This is polar coordinate, how we can say the total angular momentum of system by in this case is 0 in polar coordinate. In polar coordinate we can say that F is equal to F of R unit vector, F of theta into theta unit vector, because in polar coordinate we have two coordinates r theta, while in Cartesian coordinates we have only r. So here, that is why theta is also coming. F is equal to F of R unit vector plus F of theta into theta unit vector. So the torque acting on particle in polar coordinate will be torque, again N is equal to R cross F, cross product of force in R. Or you can write it R in this way, R unit vector cross, and the value of F, which is equal to MA mu R double dot minus mu R theta dot square into R unit vector. Here mu stands for reduced mass. Here mu stand for reduced mass. तो ये टॉपिक जो है इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट वीक कराएंगे, रिडक्शन टू बॉडी प्रॉब्लम and its reduction to one body problem. Here mu is nothing but it is a reduced mass. R double dot, you see this is acceleration. Mu is again a reduced mass. Theta double dot square, theta dot square जो है आपके पास ये theta dot is angular velocity. So in this case you have the value mu r theta double dot plus 2 mu r theta dot into theta unit factor. Putting value r into mu r double dot minus mu r theta dot square, r unit vector cross r unit vector, ये r unit vector है और एक ये है cross r unit vector, plus r इसको मल्टीप्लाई करें mu r theta double dot plus 2 mu r dot theta dot into r unit vector cross theta unit vector. Now r cross r unit vector goes to 0. R cross r unit vector goes to 0. So this term goes to 0, this one. 0 plus r into mu r theta double dot plus 2 mu r dot theta dot into r unit vector cross theta unit vector. That is equal to n unit vector. Here n unit vector is perpendicular to both r and theta unit vector. R cross theta unit vector is equal to n unit vector. You can write it this way in the compact form. This one is n is equal to डी बाई डी टी इंटू म्यू आर स्क्वायर इंटू थीटा डॉट इंटू एन यूनिट फैक्टर, यानी अगर आप इसको खोलें तो आपके पास ये आ जाएगा। अब जिस तरीके से हमारे पास कार्टेशियन कोऑर्डिनेट में आई जे के है, आई यूनिट वेक्टर, जे यूनिट वेक्टर, के यूनिट वेक्टर, आई क्रॉस जे इज इक्वल टू के, जे क्रॉस के इज इक्वल टू आई, के क्रॉस आई इज इक्वल टू जे। So similar is here you see that n unit vector, r unit vector cross theta unit vector that is equal to n unit vector। तो ये n unit vector इधर यहाँ आया है। अब for radial force the angular part of the force is 0, यानी रेडियल के लिए एंगुलर पार्ट क्या होगा, 0 होगा, आपके पास सिर्फ r होगा, थीटा नहीं होगा। इसलिए हम कहते हैं कि फॉर रेडियल फोर्स, ये दिस इज अ रेडियल वन, दिस इज एंगुलर वन, दिस इज रेडियल वन एंड दिस इज एंगुलर वन। फॉर रेडियल force the angular part of the force is 0, so it means that n which is equal to dl divided by dt is equal to 0, or L is equal to mu r square theta dot is equal to constant, अगर आप वहाँ से वो वीडियो देखें। So this was the two properties. First property of the central force, that angular momentum is constant. We have explained it in terms of Cartesian coordinate as well as in polar coordinate. In both cases you see that angular momentum is constant. Here angular momentum is constant and here again angular momentum is constant. While the second property is the motion lies entirely in one plane. This is the second property. So this one is, again we are proving the second property. Consider the central force, which you see its mathematical value is F is equal to Fr into R unit factor. Again this is torque, N is equal to R cross F। R को आप इस तरीके से भी देख सकते हैं, R यूनिट फैक्टर, क्योंकि ये वेक्टर है, क्रॉस Fr into R unit factor। This becomes R Fr, again R cross R goes to 0, यानी आपके पास इनकी वैल्यू जो है फिर क्या हो जाएगा, 0 के बराबर हो जाएगा। लेकिन आप इसको ये भी देख सकते हैं, दिस इम्प्लाइज दैट R क्रॉस F जो है अकॉर्डिंग टू न्यूटन सेकंड लॉ m एक बराबर है, तो ये आपके पास रिड्यूस मास है और ये आपके पास क्या है, एक्सेलरेशन है, ये रिड्यूस मास है, तो आपके पास F के बराबर होगा। और इसको आप ये भी लिख सकते हैं कि म्यू डी बाई डी टी ऑफ आर क्रॉस वी, दिस इज इक्वल टू 0, दिस इज इक्वल टू 0। और आप इसको ये भी लिख सकते हैं कि डी बाई डी टी इज इक्वल टू 0, ये 0 हो जाएगा। या अगर आप इसको इंटीग्रेट करें तो आर क्रॉस वी आपके पास कांस्टेंट वैल्यू देगा। फॉर एग्जांपल कांस्टेंट आपके पास क्या क्यों है या जो भी है, सिंस वेक्टर क्यू इज़ परपेंडिकुलर टू बोथ आर एंड वी। अगर इधर देखें, दिस इज़ आर, this is Q and this is another vector Q, this is V. So Q must be perpendicular to V and Q must be perpendicular to R, but it is not essential that R cross V R and V both are perpendicular to each other. They may be, but Q is mostly perpendicular to V and R, and Q must be perpendicular to the plane of R into V. Plane of R into V. It is a cross product. Since vector Q is perpendicular to both R and V, that is equal to 0 in this case. So R dot into R cross V, ये आपको एक वेक्टर देगा, ये आपको एक वेक्टर देगा, cos 90 आ जाएगा, तो आपके पास किसके बराबर होगा, 0 के बराबर होगा। Therefore the particle lies in a plane. So the two properties of the central force, one was about the angular momentum and second one was about the motion of the particle in a plane. They are proved here. Thank you.